Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching the Political Vigilante, making Gotham great again. Trying to talk about some financial stuff we've talked about on this show. Talked about the housing market. I lost my home to foreclosure thanks to Bush and Obama for giving the banks $1.4 trillion and never holding them accountable. But thanks to Obama, all that strict, tough regulation was put in place after the 2008 crash. So it'll never happen again. Oh, I think it's going to happen again. We've talked a lot about all the money printing on this show that's happened, especially since the last 2 years. All the stimulus money. We've talked about there's a housing bubble. I mean, I talked before COVID, I would talk about the housing bubble. I talk about the car loan bubble, the student loan bubble. And something odd has happened in this 2 years of COVID is because everyone was sort of stuck at home. Nobody really saw this coming necessarily. Stuck at home. Everybody was working at home. That people decided to keep their homes. And so not a lot of people are selling their homes. So there was a shortage. So the housing market has gone up and up and up. But like all bubbles, they're going to burst. So I just found this story and I wanted to just come across it. The housing market is in the early stages of a substantial downshift. Home sales may drop 25% by the end of the summer, according to this analyst. Now, this is a market watch. I just scroll through Yahoo. I just kind of want to see what the corporate media, what they're pushing out. And so this is from Market Watch, and they just reposted it. Ian Shepherdson, chief economist and founder of research consulting firm Pantheon Microeconomics, is predicting a dramatic fall in the price of home sales this year. In his research note, he projected that existing home sales will drop roughly 25% from the annual pace of 6.02 million set February to a rate of 4.5 by the end of the summer. The housing market is in the early stages of a substantial downshift in activity, which will trigger a steep decline in the rate of increase of home prices, starting perhaps as soon as the spring. Oh, let's go into the whole thing. As evidenced of this, what is this crap? All right. As evidence in this expected slowdown in home sales, Shepherdson pointed to mortgage demand. The most recent data on mortgage applications from the Mortgage Bankers Association shows that this number of applications for loans used to purchase homes is down more than 8% compared to a year ago. Comparatively, demand for refinancing has dropped 50%. A drop in mortgage demand could predict a downturn in home sales since most buyers rely on financing to make sure a large purchase. Wow. As of Thursday, the average interest rate of the 30-year fixed surpassed 4% for the first time since May. Per Shepherdson's calculation, the rise in mortgage rates since September has increased the cost of a monthly mortgage payment for medium home priced by more than $400,000 or 27%. That's a huge increase even for households sitting on savings accumulated during the pandemic. A one-time increase in savings can't finance an increase in mortgage payments for the next 30 years. Ooh, wow, that's a good point. And will push demand down a good deal. Indeed, affordability is a top of mind for today's home buyers. A recent survey conducted by U.S. News and World Report found that nearly half of buyers say affordability is their biggest concern. The majority of those surveyed indicated they were still optimistic they would be able to purchase a home in the next year. Wow. The ripple effects of a shift in existing home sales would be far-reaching. I don't want to say I told you so. I don't want to be like, yay, a collapse. Haha, I was right. I don't want to say that. I hope I'm wrong. But the only reason I say it is because all of these financial experts that know way more about all this stuff have been saying it. Max Kaiser has been saying it. They talked about it on Boom Bust before that was taken down by the censorship of the United States government. This person who I don't even know, but these are people that this is their job, is to track all this. They've been talking about this. I did video after video after video before the pandemic talking about this. That the pace of rent increases would eventually slow and perhaps even reverse. It would also spread to new home sales, which he expects will likewise fail. A decrease in new home sales would represent a downward drag on GDP. since that would implicate less demand for services tied to home building and less spending on items like building materials and appliances. The bad news for any Americans who persist in trying to buy a home under these conditions is that it's less clear how this situation will ultimately impact the availability of homes for sale. Part of why home prices have surged is that there is a significant lack of inventory in the housing market, which has fueled competition. A drop in demand would seemingly lead to a boost in the inventory of homes for sale, but Shepardson cautioned that many sellers may pull listings or decline to put their home in the markets because no one wants to be the last person trying to sell in a falling market. But that's all valid points that guy's making. What isn't even in that article is all of the stuff that I've been talking about. We just talked about it with Christy I about the money printing. I mean, when she was on our show 2 years ago, she was like, people are shorting the dollar and all this inflation. That's another thing too. You may have a lot of savings and you're looking to buy a house, but gas is up near $5, $6 a gallon. Just groceries are probably anywhere from 20 to 30% more than they were, even though the media is saying it's only 10% inflation. It's more like 20 to 30%. So this is this could not bode well for everybody. So that's why I've been telling you guys for 2 years, put your money into Bitcoin if you can. Do your own research. This is not financial advice, but it's coming. It's coming. And all America does is keep spending money on war. Danny Haifong tweeted out that, these countries like, Vietnam and India and Pakistan have gotten their first ever metros, their first ever, public transportation, and China financed it. China's been going to Africa and all these third world countries and building subways, trains, ports, soccer stadiums. And what does America do? Sanction, coup, bomb. You can't keep doing that. The whole world is sick of us. So follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. And when there's a big housing collapse and when the banks collapse and all that, the 1% will be fine. And if you're not prepared, it'll be bad. And Bitcoin will go down when all that crashes in the short run, but then it'll come way back up. Shave your knuckles for justice. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are still in our 9th month of demonetization from YouTube. So support what we're doing at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. It's free to sign up, and there's a premium level at $10 a month. And for that, you get everybody on the platform's premium content. Myself, Lee Camp, Ron Placone, Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Abby Martin, and many, many others. You can also support what we're doing at Venmo at Graham-Elwood and go to GrahamElwood.com. We have a PayPal button and a PO box. I also have crypto wallets, which are all in the show notes. Thanks for supporting what we do.